my friend, is a crime. Can't run into a wall at full speed. It's a crime to arrest Snyder, and frankly, it's a crime to the wall as well. So what do you do at a crime scene? You guessed it. But as a former member of the NYPD, having played a reporter on 3 episodes of Law & Order, for the love of baseball, just commit to the bit fully. Commit! In the criminal justice system, it's yellow tape, not white. It's a lot of bad theories as to what might have happened, not standing there over the dead body with a smile. See what's happening here? It's 2 innocent bystanders, 1 cop with a cheesy tagline, something like, well, I guess you can say he hit a wall. Or, boy, this case is really driving me up the wall. Let me think of one more. Okay. We're really banging our heads against the wall with this one. Okay, all right, we're done. Okay. All right, you're right. I went too far. I went too far.
Jenna,
you know what I'm talking about.
Jenna, not to doubt your expertise, but isn't the dead body tape actually white? Isn't it the yellow tape, the one they like tape off the area with?
You're literally the biggest nerd I have ever met.
Yeah.
Ever. Moving on,
sorry.
Kevin Wild.
They should have taught you that in SVU training, Jenna. Oh, you're dropping your own resume on the ground. Try not to have a fact error.
I didn't have enough
Try not to have a fact error, Jenna. Come on. We got to be accurate this morning.
You know what you come to First Things First for? We are the #1 show in the country, maybe the world, at bringing you great quarterback recruitment videos that have great haircuts. The combo. There's better places to find haircut media. There's better places to find, high school recruiting media. But if you combine the two, we are #1. That's why they call us First Things First. The show's so nice they named it twice. Brandon, I clicked on this video because, hey, Ohio State commit Quinn Ewers looking like Patrick Mahomes. I said, I doubt it. And then I clicked on it. I said, oh, my goodness gracious. I like a nice little sidearm coming out of the pocket that. Throwing pocket. But while we were previewing this video, for some reason, you didn't like it. You didn't have any comments about his wonderful mullet, luckily. But you didn't love this throwing motion. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is like going into, some type in YMCA and seeing a kid just dribbling between his legs, working on his crossover, but he can't get the bounce pass down. He can't get the fundamentals down. So it's great, but do you have the fundamentals? Can you just drop back and throw it off your back foot? That's what I want to see. But this is awesome. He has the arm talent. It's cute, but I want to see you just do the routine throws. That's what I want.
Brandon. Hey, Brandon, come on, Brandon. Once you're done with that take, why don't you find a cloud to yell at? Oh, these kids these days working on the fancy hippity-hop trick shots instead of the fundamental. Where's the two-handed chest
They're
pass
watching
when you're
Aaron
on
Rodgers.
Hand the ball off. You got old overnight, Brandon. You got old overnight.
Maybe true.
I support you, Brandon. As the young one on the show. Time for Drawing a Blank. Let's talk some Hawks-Knicks. Atlanta with a chance to close it out tonight in Game 5. Take a listen to Hawks forward Clint Capella's trash talk ahead of tonight's game at the Garden.
We can be physical, but we can win games as well. And now we're coming to your home to win this game again. They send you on vacation.
Have you heard about Clint Capella's comments? He said,
"Don't care.
They're coming to put you on vacation and..."
Don't care. Don't care.
Ian Bagley.
Can I assume that you did hear about them, though, Julius? I know you don't care.
Just heard about it. I do not care. We're not focused on that. We focus on what we got to do as a team. So when I ask what we got to do, that's great. But why would I give a hell what Clint Capella has to say?
If only he was a little more clear as to how he really feels about it. I don't know. Brandon, how do you feel about it? Clint Capella's comments are blank.
Oh, this is Don King-esque. Like, look, this guy, Don King, could make any fight. Any dog fight, he made us believe that it was going to be the biggest fight and it was going to be amazing. It was going to be a spectacle. But look, this series lackluster. I mean, you had the first game where you had Trae Young and the drama between him and the fans. That was cool. Then the second game, MSG was rocking, but it's lacking star power. It's lacking a storyline. So for Capella to keep it going, it's actually great promotion. It's great for the game. I actually like it.
All right, so I think it's warranted, Brandon, because the Knicks' approach has given the Hawks undue confidence. It is beyond stupefying to me that two things have not happened to Trae Young in this series. One, that there has not been a foul committed on Trae Young where the commentators are debating whether it's a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2. The fact that that hasn't happened yet is unbelievable. And if you're like, oh, Nick, that's not basketball. Okay, well, then the other thing is basketball. Make Trae Young defend. Put him in a pick and roll. He's just standing in the corner on Reggie Bullock every defensive possession, not expending any energy, not getting in any foul trouble, not having to guard anybody. So I understand why the Hawks would feel confident. Wilds, I'm going to today's game, not on some media comp tickets, not in the press box, down with the people, with Knicks fan Sam Pepper. The Knicks are going to win tonight, and they are going to finally knock Trae Young down and put a little scare in the Hawks. That's what's going to happen tonight. But until that happens, these are warranted comments, Wilds.
Okay, so I think you're 100% about Trae Young to the point where on Twitter I had to mute you and Trae Young pick and roll. Like, we get it, buddy. You're on national TV. You don't need to tweet every 5 minutes. I've got it, Tibbs. You got to put it. I'm like, God almighty, mute. Okay, here's the thing about trash talk. Everyone who's played an organized sport has had some trash talk to them before. The ones that are really effective kind of hurt your feelings. So, and you're like, ooh, that one got me. That one really threw me off the game. This might be, from Clint Capella, the worst trash talk in the history of trash talking. Could you imagine if you were playing a game and someone's like, hey, I'm going to send you on vacation. Like, awesome, dude. Where am I going? Sounds great. And that sort of speaks to what Brandon says. Both teams win. If the Knicks get knocked out, it's like, you know what? We overachieved. We're a 4 seed. Tibbs, is going to come in second place. But yeah, go on vacation. I think the Knicks are okay with it. They're playing with house money. Great trash talk. Where are we going? We're on vacation.
That was good.
Sure.
That was good. All right, talk some Taysom Hill now, because Taysom Hill talked about playing some quarterback full-time yesterday. Oh, to be a fly on Nick Wright's wall when he read this from Taysom Hill. Taysom said, look, at the end of the day, when I first got here and I started doing all this stuff, the answer when I was asked, hey, what's the end goal for you, has always been to play quarterback. I'm a quarterback at heart. That's my mindset. That is really nice when I can tailor all of my off-season program to being as good of a quarterback as I possibly can. Saints open with the Packers at home, then go on the road to Carolina and New England, just to give you guys a little context. So, Brandon, start with you. There's that schedule. Taysom's comments on his offseason are blank.
Look, Jenna, this is a pretty schedule, and I'm sure he's going to be out there on the field, but not at quarterback. This is what he's supposed to say. This is what he's supposed to do this offseason, is work at it, because he is on that roster as a quarterback / tight end / special teams guy. But it's a waste of time. Why is it a waste of time? Because when Drew Brees retired, what did I say? I'm all in on Jameis Winston. All in. Go back to 2019. This is the same take I had months ago. 2019, 30 touchdowns, 5,100 yards. Are you kidding me? With a little dash of Lasix? Nick, I'm all in on Jameis. So Taysom can do anything he wants. You know, he can come in and still do what he did with Drew Brees, but who's going to be leading that team is Jameis. 5,100 yards and 30 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? This kid can play.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave the Jameis optimism to Brandon. I am also rooting for Jameis, but he does... When Brandon lists the Jameis Winston stats from 2019, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like there's one important one that he consistently omits. Was it yards per attempt? No. Was it completion percentage? No, I'll figure it out later. But on Taysom Hill, listen, these comments, much like Taysom Hill, are adorable. I'm happy for him. And Taysom Hill has good reason to believe that you can be in the NFL well into your 30s, having never played the position at a high level, and still continue to get the opportunities to do it, because because he's watching like we're watching what's happening with Tim Tebow in Jacksonville. So I think the whole thing, I think the NFL being like 90% $16 billion business, as Brandon always says, multi-million-dollar athletes, billion-dollar corporations, 90% that, and 10% adult fantasy camp is a fun new wrinkle of the 2020s. So I think this whole thing's adorable, Wilds.
That's a great call. All right, here's the thing. Taysom Hill. Hey, print is dead, buddy. I don't want to read about it. I want to be about it. Meanwhile, Jameis Winston out here putting together a creativity contest on his workout drills. So you have to step up. I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to bring a